If you're planning on buying any cards from TCG Player, make sure you use our affiliate link right here in the description of our video to help support the channel. It's the best way to do it and it's free. And if you need any code cards, make sure you check out Potown Store for automatic email delivery and use code Tablemon for 5% off all your purchases. If you're from Europe, mealybotsgaming.com is a great option to get your cards from. They have all sorts of sealed products, merchandise, and all the sets available from Pokemon Sun and Moon upwards, including the latest Hidden Fate set. Don't forget to use Tablemon code when checking out to get a further 5% off from your final purchase. Hello everyone and welcome back to a brand new day of Road to TCG Worlds 2020, where we are going to start a brand new 10-win challenge. Yeah, that's why I reset that to 0-0. We are going to be featuring the PIKAROM deck that just won the Melbourne special event, the first big event, the first big premier event of the 2020 season. Yeah, where Kaiwen, who got top 8 at Worlds, already was able to secure a place, secure an extra 200 championship points, right, by winning the Melbourne special event. So, PIKAROM, a very powerful deck, of course, running power plants in this version, which seems a little silly, right, when you have Zeraora, Dedenne, and Sigilyph, but you do have Jirachi to carry you as well. Through the power plant turns, and it's especially useful against Mewtwo, especially when combined with Reset Stamp, and it's also really good to make sure that Keldeo GX doesn't have any weird shenanigans going on against you. So we have our PIKAROM with a 240 HP, Full Blitz dealing 150 damage, and you power up 3 lightning energies from your deck to one of your Pokemon, and then Tag Ball dealing 200 damage for the same energy cost, but being able to deal 170 damage to the bench if you have the extra 3 lightning, which can sometimes be very impactful and your win condition. We have 2 Choo-Choos as well. 260 HP, a very nice number to have. Tandem Shock dealing 80 damage plus 80 more if Raichu was on the bench, and you also get to Paralyze. Lightning Right GX does 150 damage, and if you have 2 extra lightning energies, you get to do 100 more. So a very cost-effective way, along with 1 Electro Power, to get rid of the big tag team GXs. And finally, we have Zeraora. Thunderclap Zone gives everything free retreat, which is very, very nice. Although with 4 switches in the deck, it's not as necessary, but it is a great non-tag team attacker, because Plasma Fist does a very solid 160 damage. Even though we can't attack next turn, the 4 switches once again definitely help. We have Zapdos as a non-GX attacker with Thunderous Assault, dealing 10 plus 70 more if Zapdos was on the bench. We have Coco Prison for Dance of the Ancients to power up benched lightning type Pokemon by recovering energy from the discard pile. And we have triple Jirachi for Stellar Wish, the 1 Mew for support. We have double Dedenne GX for Dead Change, and we have 1 Sigilyph GX where we're not going to be attacking with this guy, but with the ability Mirror Counter, if it's active, then any damage done by GXs or EX to this guy are immediately returned. So it's a real nice way to put our opponents in weird situations, especially when choosing to Lightning Right GX into it or putting it up in the active spot in case you go second in the mirror match. It's especially useful to promote active, and then that makes your opponent have second thoughts on the Full Blitz. Now, supporters wise, we have 4 Lily and 3 Volkner only, because we have the Jirachis and the Dedennes. We have our 3 Radars, 1 Cherish Ball, and 2 Pokegums to search for the Pokemon we need. We have double Energy Switch and 1 Tag Switch to move energy around. 4 switches as mentioned, 1 Stadium Nav along with Power Plants and Thunder Mountain. Power Plant as mentioned helps against Keldeo, helps against Mewtwo. We have the 1 of Escape Board, which now that this deck has Power Plant instead of Lysander Labs, there is an argument to play 3 switches to Escape Boards, but because of the Power Plant shutting off Zeraora, then there's definitely merit to the 4 switches as well. And finally have 11 Lightning Energy to round out the deck, along with our 4 Electro Powers and 4 Custom Catchers to add damage to whatever target we might want. So let's do the 10-win challenge with PIKAROM. The previous record was set at 10-4 by the world champion deck. This is Kaiwan's list indeed, Alex, from the Melbourne special event that happened this past weekend, and which you can find over on Limitless TCG. Yeah. Okay. So let's see what we can do with this particular deck. PIKAROM will go 10-0, hopefully, Sebastian, hopefully. Hopefully I don't mess up too badly, like I did in one of the games with Mewtwo. It's so funny how on YouTube people criticize me for misplays and whatnot, or they put things to correct me, and it's like, I would ask them to stream in a different language than they speak, right? And then to also, okay, so I rate away, whatever, YouTube comments don't matter. I rate away on energy and the reset stamp because I'm not going to reset stamp on turn 1. And I definitely like the Zahara here and the Dene. I get to check my deck, so I didn't discard the 2 lightning because I didn't know if Coco Prism was available. Now that I do know it is, and there's no energy surprised, I actually fancy just discarding that other lightning off of the Dene here. So this is a pretty solid hand. Pretty solid. There is an argument to grabbing the other PIKAROM instead of Zahara, actually. I'm not going to be attacking this turn. Yeah, there's merit to the other PIKAROM. There's more merit to the other PIKAROM. I do like benching the Choo-Choo though. I do like benching the Choo-Choo, but yeah, bench space is very precious here. And then no supporter. So this Stellar Wish doesn't give me a supporter either. The Pokegum is good, but whiffing supporter on turn 1 can be very impactful. Although I will already have a turn to attack. Well, it's not guaranteed actually. It's anything but guaranteed. So I'm gonna Dance of the Ancients onto these 2 guys. Yeah. Pretty awkward hand, not gonna lie. Pretty awkward hand. I'm tempted to play the power plant, but I feel like that might hurt me next turn in case I find Radar and I need to Dedenne again. So I'm just gonna play it cool here. And I'm powering up the Choo-Choo because what you can sometimes try and do, and it would have gotten countered immediately, so I guess keeping it was better. What sometimes your plan against +Evelyn is they GX right now, then you KO them, so they're at 5 and you're at 2. Then you activate B-String, and then they KO your tag team, right? So they go down to 2. So then you go GX KO with Choo-Choo back into a non-GX plus a reset stamp, and then hopefully they don't get double custom catcher. After seeing that double custom catcher, that's really good news, right? For our plan. And then you promote a non-GX. If they can't deal with it, then you go boom, and you finish the game off. So we'll see. And that's the last custom catcher. So now our plan will definitely work. So very awkward hand for our opponent. Very awkward hand. Alright. So we get confused. We top deck a custom catcher. Alright, so I definitely need to go for this, right? And then I need a really good... A Volkner is fine. Oof. Now that's awkward. But my opponent's start was even more awkward, so we should be fine here. Now because of this, I'm actually definitely going to power up this guy. Right? I'm definitely going to power up this guy because that way... Oh, I almost misplayed right there. And now I actually really like playing this. That takes away a potential out for my opponent. I'm going to custom catcher as well. It's fine. And then Who gets the energy? I feel like Choo-Choo gets the energy. I'm not particularly threatened by my opponent next turn. Yeah, I'm definitely not threatened at all. Neo Kills Gaming, thank you so much. So we have the stadium in case we need to activate the Dene. We get another custom catcher. Alex making good use of the seeking emote. And yeah, this is looking very awkward for my opponent for sure. There's a Cherish Wall, so that means no dead change for my opponent. That's really good. My opponent's nickname is Good Luck, You'll Need It. I feel like it's the opposite way. Thank you so much for the follow, Neo Kills Gaming. There's the Blown. No dead change for you, my friend. No dead change for you, my friend. Oh wow, my post on Facebook never got posted. That sucks. It only just got posted. Alright. Yep, and there's a pass. So I mean, I don't mind not KOing here, right? I really don't mind. I mean, not deactivating B-String. I'm not threatened at all by my opponent anymore. And okay, so my plan now is to I'll power up the bench PIKAROM. And then maybe I won't be able to win next turn, but my opponent absolutely needs to bench something else if he wants to win. And Serpentine, yeah, they did. I have the missing shinies. I now have the everything. Yeah, there's a victory. Okay, so off to a strong start for PIKAROM. Get our first win. Yeah, Serpentine, I have the shiny Tapu, the golden Tapus and the Quagsires and stuff. Power Plant 2 OP, yeah. So once I start doing expanded content, which might be next week, maybe this week, I don't know. You'll be able to see the golden Tapus, and there's no Shining Zoroark yet because it's a promo. Once it comes out, I'll definitely ask for it. And Shining Rayquaza. Ooh, that's gonna be pretty cool. Tomkosh. Yeah, maybe someone can help you here. So we lose a coin flip. Not the end of the world. We won that previous game without playing a single supporter. That's crazy. We won that game without playing a single supporter. Alright. You forgot today was Monday, Wolf Jake? Well, hopefully now you know. The stream title reminds you. The stream title reminds you. Okay, so we're up against Malmar. There's a Jirachi. The Ultra being active means we could end up getting 2 prizes immediately. Very unlikely, never mind. Never mind. Sigalith GX. I don't see being too useful in this matchup in particular. Lily for 8? No. Copycat for 6. Okay. Second Inkay, so pretty solid start for my opponent for sure. Pretty solid start. I might have wanted to bench the Zerara now that I think about it. Well, I'm not. It's not like you can't get judged though. You can't get judged on turn 1. And you were confused. Okay, so I have no way to search my deck before this, so I go for this, and then Cocoa Prism isn't prized, so I actually fancy my chances of getting the turn 1 attack off. So I'm gonna grab those two, for sure, and then I'm just gonna play everything. I wanna play that, I wanna play that, I wanna play that. I'm gonna attach the energy here, and then I'm gonna theta change. Well, I guess I didn't play everything, I didn't play the switch. Okay, so we're guaranteed the attack, that is fantastic. That is absolutely fantastic. So Volkner gets me energy plus PokeCom, right? Perfect. And then we go for Coco, but I mean, I guess the Stella Wish doesn't matter if you do it before or after. I kind of like the Lily. I do kind of like the Lily. Okay, so what are the chances that my opponent knocks me out next turn? Or do I just go for the Zapdos here? No, I feel like I already committed a lot. Well, okay, so what are the advantages or disadvantages? It's just, no, let's go big or go home, right guys? Go big or go home. Go big or go home. There's only one energy. Let's just full blitz onto myself. That puts so much pressure, especially after an underwhelming-ish start. Removes the free retreater as well. Immediately tells my opponent, you need a Mew. And then I can like just get out of the Mew, so it's fine. And then my opponent needs a double Malamar plus Psychic Energies in the discard pile. 2 of them, plus a Metal Energy, plus a switching card to respond to this. If he gets it, he gets it. But I feel like this was a very educated risk. Yeah. There's the Mew, that's fine. That's fine, that's expected. Neo Kills Gaming, it took me nothing, no time, because I have a special account. That's why my nickname is Demo. Well, you can't see it, but that's why my in-game name is Demo_Tablemon, because I have a special account that Pokemon gave me where I get all the cards, basically. I get all the cards. Okay, so what am I discarding to find something better to power up? Probably the Lily and the energy? Losing the energy is not ideal, right? It's not the end of the world either. I feel like I'm gonna grab these two. I wish I had double custom catcher to KO that guy, but this is fine. So this is what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna energy switch away from this to this guy. And then I'm gonna attach energy here. And I'm just gonna full blitz and power up this guy. That way I have the free retreat guaranteed in case this guy goes down, to take down the Ultra Necrozma. Eliminating the Inkay is pretty nice. So I'm not out of the woods yet though, by any means. So yeah, Neo, that's why it didn't take me any time, because I have that account, so I get all the cards provided by Pokemon, thankfully, which I'm very thankful for. That means when Initiate is released, I can immediately start showcasing decks, rather than have to trade for packs and whatnot. So there we see the Pokegum. There's the Ultra Necrozma. Oh, yeah, I know the gold energies are very expensive, right? I know they're very expensive. Like, if I had a regular account, I definitely wouldn't be playing all the blingy cards. I wouldn't be trading for them. But because I get the full account, I figured, well, why not, right? Why not? Okay, so I feel like based off of my opponent's super slow start, ugh, that electro power is very annoying to draw. I'm just gonna try and grab the custom catchers off of this data change. I'm gonna try, right? Double custom catcher didn't seem like a stretch. Now it does. Now it definitely does. Does the power plant matter? Not so much. Well, I still should try, right? I get Lily for 2. So I play power plant. Yeah, sure. Lily for 3. Let's go for it. Didn't work. So now that's a really dead Esper. That's a really dead Esper. This is fine though. We still have our GX to KO that guy, and then custom catcher should be able to finish off whatever else on the bench. We're running low on energies though. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I have 1 energy prized, and it's still prized. So that might be a problem actually. I have my last electro power in hand. That's good. My opponent hasn't been finding any Stadium, any Viridian Forest. That's why I really like 4 Viridian Forests in Malmar. Let's go PIKAROM indeed. I mean, we're off to a very good start, right? Last game was very solidly won. Okay, there's a Viridian Forest, that's fine. We had all 4 custom catchers in there too, I think. Yeah. Carrying that Ultra Encroachment probably would have meant game? There's a Stellar Wish, now my opponent needs a switching card, there it is. So he'll get a knockout. Getting the next knockout I think is the issue, because I'm gonna use my GX attack to bring back the Choo Choo. Therefore, keeping it safe. Right? Therefore, keeping it safe. There's a switch. There's a Photon Geyser, that's fine. We have Reset Stamp. We have, I guess, Power Plant. Does that even matter? Probably not. I'm definitely using my GX attack here, right? No reason to expose the Choo Choo to a potential return KO, which is possible. It is certainly possible, so I'll do this. Well, it wouldn't be possible if I GX KO that, but I'm just gonna GX KO this. And out of 3 cards, my opponent would need another Ultra Charisma, another Metal Energy. I have no more stadiums left. I do have 2 switches and a skateboard. So I'll bench the Zapdos. And I'll bring away the PIKAROM. And then I'll Lily for 3. There's switches and tack switches. And then I'm gonna go Lightning Right GX, get the KO, promote the Zapdos, and then that should be game. That should absolutely be game. Do you think Omastar Gengar Q is viable? Not really, but I tried it out only for 2 games, admittedly. Yeah, which like that deck also made me think about this series, like trying to go for 10 wins. But I don't think it's very viable. Like, I don't think it's a top deck. Yeah, it's like a solid tier 2 deck, which can scrape out wins. But when you immediately start a Gengar Mimikyu, like, your opponent will actively be trying to play around the Gengar Mimikyu. There's no surprise. There's no, like, yeah. So you have the 4 damage movers, but then you rely too much on greens in the beginning, and once the Omastar is up, you can't greens anymore. So, top 3 decks in Standard, Bob. I feel like Mewtwo, both versions of Reshizzard and PIKAROM are most certainly the tier 1 decks at the moment. With Mewtwo and Mew and Ability Reshizzard being slightly better than the other 2, I feel. Yeah, that would be my opinion. on the top 3 decks in Standard at the moment. Yeah, that might change in the near future. Not in the near future, I guess, never mind. Not in the near future. Okay, so since we're down to 1 prize, I don't see how my opponent can conceivably try to win here. Or get a win. Well, double custom catcher, never mind. Power plant. We got power planted and reset stamped. If my opponent's playing custom catchers, then we might actually lose. Uh-oh. Maybe I should have just put up the Jirachi. Yeah, I actually should have just put up the Jirachi, in fact. Because that way, if he kills the Jirachi, then I have knockouts. Okay. So he is going to KO the Zapdos. I got the Electro Power, which is very lucky. So now all I need is a switching card. All I need is a switching card. Blessed Jirachi. Oh my gosh, what a top deck. What a top deck. Blounce is tier 2, yeah, because it's so easily teched for. Yeah, it's like Tapu Fini just completely wrecks it. And it can fit into any of the decks that I mentioned, except maybe Green's Reshi, which doesn't even need it to have a good Blounce matchup, I think. So, meh. Yeah, Blounce I think is maybe tier 1.5 if you will. Yeah, maybe tier 1.5. Okay, so last game of the stream today. Yeah, and then we'll continue our 10-win challenge with PIKAROM tomorrow. But yeah, like maybe tier 1.5 if you don't want to go as low as 2, but I don't think it's tier 1 for sure. It's too susceptible to the Fini, in my opinion. I should have E-powered before the Lily, yes, Docmic. I was like, I had 3 switching cards, so I was gonna win it. I was gonna hit one anyways, I think. But yes, strictly speaking, I should have E-powered before the Lily. Well, what if I whiffed though? What if I whiffed off the Lily and the Stellar Wish? Then getting rid of the E-power might have not been ideal. I don't know. Derek, am I going to a tournament soon? I mean, I went to a League Cup last weekend, this Saturday, and I went 2-2 drop with Ability Reshi. I am going to another League Cup this weekend, hoping to avoid that 2-2 drop. Yeah, I haven't won a League Cup in like over 6 months. I didn't win a single Guardy Sylveon mat, and I really want that Mew Mew mat. Well, I don't really want it, rather. I just want the points. But yeah, I have a League Cup this weekend, then a League Cup the weekend after, and then I'm still not sure on whether I am going to Atlantic City, because I'm very discouraged by the best finish limit for stipends, and the fact like it's impossible for me to compete with the Brazilians at this point. So why bother? I feel like I'm definitely going to San Diego. I might go to Daytona Beach, and I might go to Dallas, but those might be the 3 regionals I go to, unfortunately, this season. Because I'd rather just save the money and go to the internationals. They're much more attractive, they're much bigger prizes. They take place when a new set comes out, so they're like an interesting meta shift as well. So, all of that, yeah. And are you planning on playing World of Warcraft Classic in my personal time, Blood Mages? Definitely not. I'm not interested in... I've never been interested in World of Warcraft, honestly. Okay, so I'm trying to get a turn 1 attack up, right? So that means... Well, a turn 1 KO, rather. So that means... Yeah, making sure that this guy is in here. I do have Thunder Mountain as well. So there's a good chance, I feel. There's a good chance. I need a good draw off of the Dedenne, but that's fine. I also have an energy prize that could be impactful. So I will definitely Cherish Ball. I don't think Sigilyph is going to be useful here. I hope we play a mirror match so that Sigilyph can come into play here. And then worst comes to worst, I just have Zapdos to attack, right? The 2 lightning is fine. We'll grab PIKAROM and the Dedenne. And then we're just gonna bench everything except the Sigilyph. I'll bench that, I'll bench that, I'll bench that, and then I will data change. So yeah, I've never been into World of Warcraft. Blood Mages, I really like... Ooh, that's perfect. I really like StarCraft though. So I am definitely into StarCraft too. Oh, I was missing the Electro Power and I also got it. So I do think this is worth it. Like, just applying pressure on turn 2 seems really good. I could also hit for 150. But then if I get confused, that's annoying. And then with Welder plus Attach plus Nagnadels, I could end up losing the PIKAROM. So I'm just gonna go full pressure mode. I'm just gonna go full pressure mode. And then do the lightning ride play that I mentioned earlier. Let's just go full pressure mode. Like, this deck is really good, right? But immediately having everything to respond to a turn to full blitz is not always necessarily easy for the deck. So there we go, pretty solid. We get 2 prizes, sure, we activate B-String, not the end of the world. Not the end of the world. I am into Super Smash Bros. Yeah, I love Super Smash Bros. I lost my Switch, so I haven't played Smash Bros. I played Smash Bros at Worlds with my friends. It was so much fun. I loved it. I haven't rebought the game because it's very expensive. $60, right? So I lost it, but I'll eventually get it back. I love Smash Brothers. I love Smash Brothers. And I think I'm pretty decent at it too. Who do I main? So I really like Marth, but lately I've been doing really well with Yoshi. Yoshi has been really fun for me to play with. Will I be playing Pokemon Sword and Shield? Yes, definitely. I hope to be streaming Pokemon Sword and Shield as well. I definitely hope to be streaming Pokemon Sword and Shield, and maybe even getting back to VGC a little bit, because I think it's gonna be cool. Yeah, I think it's gonna be cool. I might get into VGC again. I was into VGC when I started Tablemon. I was doing TCG and VGC at the same time. Since I might not travel a lot this season, go ahead, Panda. Thank you so much for the 100 bits for the Smash Brothers. Thank you. I appreciate it. It's just I have a lot of things going on right now. I'll eventually get back to Smash Brothers, but hopefully. But yeah. We get reset time from 5 to 4, not super impactful. Losing the Volkner. We find a switch, which might have been what we wanted to counteract this guy. My opponent already happened. So yeah, this is what I mean. Like, it doesn't seem like my opponent will even get return KO here, which is very sad, right? But if you just immediately apply the pressure, you don't need Tapu Fini, right? You don't need Tapu Fini. Al Panda, sí. Justo cuando salió, sí streamé Smash ese día. Entonces sí estaría bien. El tema es que creo que mi internet no alcanza para streamear Smash y tener internet estable para las retas, pero... Oh, wow! Oof, that's a big oof. The fact that my opponent got the Psychic instead of a Fire, that's a really big deal. That's a really big and really unfortunate deal. Okay, so I have a switch. I feel like we're just gonna see a concession right here. Hello, Eternal Dragon. Thanks so much for being here. I'm just gonna GX guaranteed KO. I'll play the power plant to eliminate any potential draws from my opponent. No reason to spend the stadium nav. I get an energy attachment to reattach. That's really good. I feel like this time I'm gonna promote the Jirachi, unlike the previous game. Maybe, like in the previous game against Malamar, not promoting Jirachi ended up being good. Like, I did top deck Lily, but by not promoting Jirachi and not risking that, I was able to promote the Jirachi after the Zapdos got KO'd. And there's the victory. Perfect. Perfect, perfect, perfect. There we go. Sí, caray, yo sé, el Wi-Fi del Switch está horrible. Where am I from, Eternal Dragon? I'm from Mexico. I am from Mexico. So yeah, off to a great start for PIKAROM in this 10-win challenge. Already at 3-0 with 3 very solid wins. Yeah, where Mostly the consistency of the deck is what's carried us against our opponents. So yeah, you don't like how Pokemon Sword and Shield, you can't use old Pokemon? Yeah, I mean, eventually you will be able to. I'm sure eventually, or they'll make Gen 4 remakes on the Switch, and then that's where all the rest of the Pokemon will be. I feel like there's so many Pokemon that it's really difficult to just fit everything into one game. Just like in the cards, right? It's like if we were upset that your favorite Pokemon hasn't had a card in a while, well, it's bound to happen with so many Pokemon. Bob, 100% ability Reshi with Afini. Who should win? 100% ability Reshi with Fini if everything goes on average. So yeah, if you're watching on Twitch, thanks so much for joining me today. If you're watching on YouTube, the video will probably just skip to the next game. But thank you so much for joining me today, guys. I will see you guys tomorrow. Same time, same place, 11 a.m. Central Standard Time, so that we can continue with our 10-win challenge for PIKAROM. Don't forget to check out Potan Store online. If you need code cards, that's a place to go to. We also have TCG Player, where you can support the stream just by buying the cards that you were going to buy anyways. All you need to do is check out with the link that is provided in the description of every video, and it's a big help. It's a way to freely support the channel. Yeah, instead of paying all of your money to the store, you pay a little bit to Tablemon and then the rest to the store, so it really makes a difference. And tomorrow we'll be having a brand new sponsor as well. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you guys tomorrow. Bye bye.